Rev up your engines!
Virus could cut car sales in the United States by 3 million cars a year. They see what's going on in China, their sales loss. They look at the sales loss they've already had in the United States, and they predict they'll sell 3 million less cars this year than they sold last year. So basically, they're talking about selling 14 million cars this year versus 16.8 million that they sold last year. But on the positive side, hey, cars are durable goods. They're not like food. They're not like entertainment, people having live concerts and canceling them. They're not like airline seat tickets that are gone. It's a durable good. The cars are there. And in the past, they've always proven to be the most reliable for being sold over time because they're there. Eventually, it comes back. People are going to buy them. It doesn't go bad like food. If somebody isn't performing at a concert, he's not making any money doing that. It doesn't exist yet, so it's not something that is stored there. And, you can't go to a concert in the past. It'll only be stuff that they're doing in the future. So the durable goods do seem to hold up better, like cars, than service industries will. But it'll be interesting to see how these forecasts go because I've been in this business for 52 years, and one of the biggest sales time for cars is, you got it, spring. Spring comes out. People want to get a new convertible. They want to get a new car. Like they're coming out of the winter doldrums. They buy another car. And if that's all goes down the toilet, it'll be interesting to see if it picks up later or if it goes stale. Well, here we go. Old Elon Musk is at again. He's been forced to shut down his super factory in California. He was told to, but he didn't. He just kept it going. He was trying to sue and say that, his company was important for the security, blah, blah. Well, now he's shut down, and he's trying to put a spin on that too, saying that now he's going to upgrade his factory. Well, from what I'm reading here, it seems that one of the upgrades is going to be he's going to be making more tents to build his cars. He had a problem where the factory didn't work, so he was building them in the parking lot in these tents. Well, now I guess they're going to make even more tents to build them. They say they're going to upgrade their production. All I have to say is, as I've been saying for a long time, if there's a recession coming, expensive electric cars, it's going to be on the bottom of people's lists of things to buy, especially with the price of gas going down. The advantage of an electric car is disappearing. Who knows if he's going to be able to sell any of these things if he does build more of them. He did get a few more days out of production by not shutting it down when they told him he was non-essential and he should shut down, and he refused to. It makes you wonder about him. He runs around firing all the people every day. He would go around, they said, and fire people because he wasn't happy. I got to fire someone today, they said in some of the quotes of the people that worked there, and he'd go out until he found somebody and fired him. Maybe not such a stable guy to try to base a business upon. And to top it all off, he's not stopping production until March 23rd, and it's not March 23rd yet. He's still pushing it. Kind of makes you wonder about the guy. He is going to have to shut down like everybody else did, I guess he thought he was a special guy, and I guess he proved it now. All the other people are shutting down, and he's still going. So if there is a giant recession that goes on for years, like I said, people aren't going to be buying these expensive electric cars. If they do buy electric cars, guess what? They're going to look for the lowest priced ones that they can find. Well, for all you super rich people out there, Lamborghini, the supercar maker, has suspended production. So if you've ordered one, life is going to take a dire turn. You're going to have to wait even longer to get your new Lamborghini delivered. Now, the competitors, Ferrari, already said that they're going to shut down their production, but so far they're only staying until March 27th. So this isn't a very long-term thing. And realize they don't make that many cars. So it's not like they have this gigantic production line like in Detroit or in Japan or China where, they're making tens of thousands of cars every week or less. These guys are just a handful. So, economically speaking, this is just a spit in the bucket. They finally decided they're going to shut down too. So if you're waiting on your Lamborghini, you're going to have a little bit longer wait. Steuben 1023 says, Scotty, what's your opinion on a used 2008 Bugatti Veyron with 15,000 miles for only $930,000? Is it a good deal or should I go get a Chrysler? Okay, when you're talking about rich man's toys, what they trade back and forth, what do the guys in the Hamptons do? I have no idea, and I really don't care. The value of those super expensive cars, that's just a game. If somebody can find another rich guy who wants to buy a particular model and they like it, I watched a program the other day, and the guy was talking about people buying and selling these supercars, and he said, now when you talk to these people, first thing you ask them is, what is your plane situation? By which he meant, rent? How many planes do you own, you know? And which car will this be? Will this be your 89th car or your 93rd car? These people are ultra rich. They want to play around with that stuff, you know? Hey, that's their ball game. If they can find another rich guy that's got money and wants to buy the same thing. It is kind of funny, though, that somebody's asking almost $1 million for a 12-year-old Italian sports car. I would say you could see the sucker coming a mile down the road that actually buys that thing. Triple Threat 001 says, Scotty, hope you're well. Oh, I'm doing fine. You know, I've been in quarantine for the last 42 years. I've been working on my house, so it doesn't affect me all that much. What do you think about auto reviews and the process of reviewing cars? Who knows what ulterior motives are going on? Years ago, I knew a guy who wrote for one of those magazines, and the car companies were flying him all over the world to check out cars and stuff, and you think you're going to bite the hand that feeds them. And regardless of that, the people that are writing them, are they mechanics like me? No. I'll tell you the truth about cars because I work on them. And I get mad when I see crap in a car. I want to warn everybody. That's one of the main reasons I started making YouTube videos, is to show people how they can fix their cars and to warn them not to buy crappy cars, to stay away from the bad car manufacturers. I probably lost them hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars of sales by telling everybody which ones stink and people don't buy them, you know? But I'm happy with that. I can't stand people buying craps. The problem with the consumer things is they're not mechanics. They don't know the cars. And who knows how they actually test things? Who knows how they rate things? And I've seen some of those reports rate things like Chryslers as good cars, and everybody knows they're junk. So I take all that stuff with a grain of salt. It's not a mechanic who works on them, somebody who really understands the history of them. It's just some writer who knows where their data comes from. So Scotty, is the Toyota 2GR FEV6 time and chain interference engine, how reliable can it be in the long run? Okay, yeah, they are, but you got to understand, almost all modern cars are interference engines. That's why they went to the timing chains. Toyota originally, most of their cars were non-interference. They did make a V6 that wasn't interference with a rubber timing belt. But almost all of them now have gone back to timing chains because they have these variable valve timing complex assemblies that take a lot of strain, and the belts would break more often. So they went to chain. So the chain is inside the engine, lubricated with oil. And generally, in well-made cars like the Toyotas, they last as long as the engine. Now, yeah, a lot of people have had problems in the crappy design stuff, like the Fiats. The timing chains will break, it'll rattle around. Some of the Chryslers, the tensioners go bad, and then they start making noise. And some of them, they just break because they were made cheaply. But if they're well made, the chain will pretty much last as long as the engine's going to last. And since it's lubricated by the oil of the engine, it stays nice and lubricated. It's not out in the open air. Like a motorcycle chain is out in the open air, and you got to lubricate it all the time. And it's still going to wear out faster because it's in the open air, dirt and grease get it. Yours is sealed inside. As long as you change your oil and filter and keep the oil clean, those chains can last a long time. Washbro Joseph says, Scotty, why would the front tires wear out faster than the back tires? I have a 1941 Nash Ambassador 6 daily drive, rear-wheel drive, 5,000 miles a year on it. Wow, old Nash. You know they made those things out in the day. The reason your front tires are wearing out faster than the back tires is because it's an old Nash and it's worn. That is a basic car that your rear tires are on a solid live axle. That's solid steel, right? They're always going to be rolling pretty straight. Nothing happens to them, right? But the front end, you're turning the wheels, you got all the ball joints, tie rods, that's all going to worn. So the front tires will wear out faster because the rear, they're on a solid axle. And that's not going to wear over time because it's solid steel. Where the front, all those other parts that turn wear out. And even though it's a rear wheel drive car, the front tires, because it's so old, they're going to wear out faster. Front wheel drive car, even then you'd probably find out the front tires wear out on all modern cars because it's front wheel drive, and generally the drive tires pull more and wear out a little bit faster. But on yours, since it's a solid rear axle, that goes straight all the time and the front's going to be off. And you got old bias ply tires too that they don't ride all that well. They're more round, so when they get old and worn, they wear the edges out faster. A modern radial tire, it's squashed down more, and they actually wear more evenly than a perfectly round tire. That's one of the reasons they went to that. Robert 3079 says, Scott, I got 07 Tacoma, 116,000 miles as a code CO278, says the ABS relay is open or shorted. How can I find it? Go under the hood. You know, you got fuse boxes under the hood. It should be under the hood fuse box. When you take off the plastic top, look at the back side, the inside, and it says what the relays are. ABS relay should be in there. Hey, go to a Toyota dealer, buy one, put it in. Hey, maybe it's just that. Now, if it's worse, it could be the ABS module, the wiring shorted out, could be a real problem. And you mentioned, you know, should I even worry about the ABS? Well, you know, if you're a good good driver, when the ABS system doesn't work, it reverts to normal non-ABS. And the only car I have in the driveway that has ABS is my wife's '02 Lexus. It came that way. Still works perfectly fine, but my other cars, they're too old. They don't have ABS. I have no problem driving them.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.